Warning, the charts look absolutely horrific, but nothing to worry about. We are still sat at a level of support around this 382 level here, around 43, 44k. Not been the best of days, had it? We've had that China news, which pretty much slammed the price down, but then there's news coming out afterwards that this company is not directly dealing with USD, so that is not too bad. Throughout this video, we'll take a look at Bitcoin. We'll take a look at some key levels, what we should be looking at in terms of where we could buy, and then have a look at some price levels above, and just the overall thoughts on Bitcoin and the current market situation. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed. Hit that like button, and let's crack on. As ever, this video is in partnership with Cointelegraph's Markets Pro. Go ahead and check their platform out. There's a full review on the front page of my YouTube channel, and all the links are in the description and the pinned comment. So Bitcoin, this is the daily time frame, the tether pairing and the Binance chart. So today is not been the best of days, has it? I mean, we've had a wick, well, let's say a wick, a candle, which has pretty much dropped and taken out all of that previous move. In terms of a percentage, today's daily candle is currently around 10%. We've dropped from a price which was bang on. If you look at this line here, this is the EQ, the equilibrium. That is a central trading range of that range bound area there. And that was at 47,100, and we currently dropped all the way down to 42,500. So a 10% move there. Not ideal, but as the saying goes, shit happens, doesn't it? And I mean, if you're looking at this candle here, look where we hit. If you look at this candle here, that was the previous month close there, and it's pretty much hit that to a T. If you just put a horizontal rate on the monthly close back in July, look at that. We've wicked it to an absolute precision there. So I mean, that could just be that retest of that previous monthly close, and then it is time to push on. Several bearish things that we need to take a look at. This China FUD that's been going on, or China FUD, this China news, should I say, that's added flames to the fire. And historically, September has been a bearish month for Bitcoin, and we can't get away from that. If you're looking at the past historic data, it's always been bearish, and that's just something we've got to live with and take the opportunities, because when Bitcoin drops, that is the time to buy. Do not worry about it dropping. That is the perfect time to buy, because we are here for the long run. This is still something new. It's a new concept, and for me, buying all these dips will sort you out massively in the long run. So looking at a little bit of a bearish scenario here, if any more fuel does get added to the fire, we have this 618 region here. I've got it marked up in a red box. Is that area where we could potentially test. If you look at the entire move, so this was a bottom. If you just zoom right out, you can see this was a clear bottom here. We pretty much did a double tap. I mean, and even if you box it off, you can see it was a pure liquidation area, or should I say liquidity area, and that's where everything got bought up, and it was the clear bottom. We've pushed on from that, but if you look at the entire move, it has moved up in waves. Two horrific candles, isn't it, there? I would just mention on a tweet earlier on, actually, that you can tell we're in a bull cycle, because the drops are done within between 1 to 6 hours. The drops, it properly shakes everybody out. It tries to put some fear into people, and then it starts to push on. If it was a bear market, it would just be a slow bleeding. It would take forever. It'd take months. But this just shows that this is pure manipulation. People trying to get in cheaper from the billionaires, trying to get in cheaper, and shit happens quick. They want to put fear into the market and into investors, and that's exactly what they're doing here. I mean, if you jump onto your Telegram group, whatever you're in, or your favorite Twitter profile you follow, you can see that there's a lot of tension, and you can feel the dump in the atmosphere, and that's what happens. It is a quick shakeout, but just remember, we are still in a bull cycle. I've mentioned here the bearish scenario. If we do lose this level here of that previous monthly close, then we've got a good chance of coming down and testing 38k. I'm not going to throw any bones about that. I think that's a potential area that we could target. But so far, so good. We have hit that region of that close. And if you look on the hourly, let's have a look how much we've bounced so far. It's not going to be much, because this video is pretty much as fresh as you're going to get it from the bottom. But if you look at there to the top, so far we made a 3% recovery. It's not much, but we are now back into this area of support. It was resistance, but if we can close back above 44,500 today, I will be a happy man, because that will be back above that nice support level there. But as long as we're not losing this and we're not closing down here, for me, things are okay. Just a few key things to point out: that the money flow indicator is still in positive territory. So that means there's still more buyers and sellers coming in, and that's good for price action long term. Just zooming into the current situation here, like I say, we was range bound, and this still is range bound to be honest. So I've got this upper level here with resistance around 50k. Then we've got this lower level here, which is pretty much bang on that 382 level at 44,000. And so far, we are yet to close below it. So that is a bullish sign. We need to, if we close within or above this region tonight, and I think it will be okay. I think we'll start to push on, and going into towards October, which I'm more bullish about, I think will be a time when we can really start to see some growth. But these massive candles, red dildos, are just scaring people off. If you want to chance your luck and put some cheeky buy orders in, then I would suggest looking at 38k, just in case the market does continue to shake out. And that would be the only area where I would potentially look. I mean, if you want to play some there at the July's close at 42,500, that could be a nice place to open some longs as well, because who knows, if you look on the lower time frame, like say we'll go back to the hourly, you could get that drop like we have. We could come back down, retest that area here. So if you're looking at this in terms of a retest, we've obviously done that wick down. We could come back up, retest it, and then push on. So if you're looking for some buys, maybe look at around 42,500 for that area to target from some orders. But in terms of price analysis, that's going to pretty much do it for today's video. For me, still not too bad. I'm not worried. I don't think there's a bear season imminent. I don't believe what BitBoy is saying that it's going to be 100k in the next couple of weeks, and then that's it, over and done with. Because remember, we're only at 43k now, and you have to take things with a bit of a pinch of salt. Yeah, so that's going to do it for today's video. I'm not going to look at any levels above yet. We are still range bound. I mean, for bullish action, we need to be back above 47k. Once we're back above there, we can then regroup, reassess, and see what's going on. And we'll do that once we get back above 47k. I'll jump into another video and just give you my thoughts on the entire market. Because remember, whatever Bitcoin is doing, unfortunately, that's what the entire market's doing. As you can see on my right hand side, look, Bitcoin died. The rest of the market died. It's unfortunate, really, because some of these altcoins like Polkadot, VeChain, Zilliqa, Ethereum, Reserve Rights, they all get brutally axed in these drops, and it's not fair, really, is it? Because fundamentally their assets are sound, and just Bitcoin dump is pretty much pulling them all down, which is a shame. But like I say, shit happens. Buy the dip, and like I say, this is an opportunity that you might wish you bought into at some point. So that's going to do it. Like I say, if you're new to this channel, please make sure you are subscribed, hit that like button, and I'll catch you next time.